74 East. Hideaway. Welcome to the 74 East Show. This is your host, J-Boro.
And your co-host, Michael Petey Powell.
Today, guys, we got a very special guest for you. It's been a little while since we've done a show. Pete, what you think? 6 months?
Yeah, it's been about 6 months.
Been about 6 months, but we back. Had some issues. My mom passed away, and just dealing with that. So coming back to you guys, we want to come out with a bang. And today our bang is going to be somebody you already know, Mr. Fletcher Collins.
Yeah.
Fletcher, introduce yourself to the audience.
Fletcher Collins from Elizabethtown, North Carolina, small community called Mount Olive. Right now we chilling over here at the Hideaway, place of peace, refuge, relaxation, and most important when you hear, understanding. AKA Big Show is who they call me. So I'm glad to be on the show.
Yeah. We glad to have Fletcher on the show today. Well, tonight, because we doing it at nighttime. We came out here to get this scenic view. But first of all, I want to tell Javon, man, condolences to your family. You know what I'm saying? You've been through a lot. The show had paused for a second, you know what I'm saying, to give you the opportunity to take care of your mom. And we want to give our sincere condolences from everybody from the 74 East Show, all the people that participate, all the actors, and everybody in the community wanted me to say specifically to you, you know what I'm saying, they are with you and they send out their prayers to you, brother. You know what I'm saying? We want to do that. You know what I'm saying? So, yeah, once again, we have Big Show, Fletcher Collins. We at his playground here, man. You know, he called it the Hideaway. And we're going to give him the opportunity to explain, you know, what the Hideaway is. We're going to give him the opportunity to tell his historical background and give y'all the rundown on what he got going on here. You know, we hear that it's nothing but positive things, and we know it's nothing but positive things going on. Fletcher going to have a big show coming up. When is it, Fletcher?
October the 16th through the 19th.
Okay, October the 16th through the 19th. So we want everybody from 74 East and surrounding areas, Bladen County, Columbus County, Brunswick County, Horry County, and all the counties around Cumberland County to come out and support Fletcher, because Fletcher's been in this community. He's grinding, he's doing things for the youth, he's doing things for old folks, and he's made this right here a playground, man. This something like Michael Jackson right here, man. You know what I'm saying? Michael Jackson had Neverland. Man, Fletcher got this thing is jumping, man. You know what I'm saying? So we're gonna give him the opportunity to tell him about this place, man.
All right, you know, shout out to Mr. Kenny McCoy, Mr. Al Smith, Jennifer McCoy, and their mother, Miss Frances McCoy, Leighton Monroe, who blessed me with the property to be able to carry out my vision. So I had to come over here, groom the place, and get everything up to what you see as of now. We got a whole lot more we're looking to do. Well, Kenny looked one day and he saw how, you know, I've been doing the Martin Luther King unity in the community and trying to bring people together, you know, all communities from all over. We've had people come from Atlanta, as much as from up the Maryland, D.C. area, always came and participated in it. And, you know, just from the things I've done in the past, which I don't glorify him, but God had mercy on me. He brought me from somewhere to now, and I just got a heart. And I made up in my mind that I'm going to do what I'm doing now to the day I die, regardless of what anybody got to say, feel, or think. And so having this place back here, and I call it the Hideaway, and that name is nothing I created. It was a place that I used to party back in the days over in Sand Hill that we used to party, and that name is just stuck because when I think of Hideaway, a place where, you know, all the noise throughout the day and all the different aggravations throughout the day. Now we have a place that we can come back here at night, you know what I mean, and just relax, let our hair down, and be at a place of peace. We have prayer on the grounds, because I always believe in putting Christ first, And so with that being said, when people come over here, they can feel that peace. I've had them testify, say they feel that peace. So a place where our children can be children, our young adults can understand, about socializing together, and our seniors that come over here to let them know that, I appreciate the fruit of their labor and things that they tried to tell me in my youth. And now I'm just now figuring out that and giving now the love back that was given to me, even at a time that I didn't understand it was given to me.
Let me tell y'all something, man. Like, we appreciate you for being here, Mr. Collins, Pastor Collins. But I'm sitting here and I'm thinking about it. When I think about this show tonight, I'm thinking all white bricks.
Okay.
All white brick. I got Petey Powell, I got Fletcher Collins, I got the 74 East show, and this is what I know about Fletcher. I went to his first sermon. That was a blessing. That was way, way back. But prior to that, knowing about Fletcher, and many of you viewers, y'all know about Fletcher. It wasn't all rosy and peachy growing up.
No.
Tell us a little bit about that, Fletcher. So, growing up, take us back.
All right. I come from a family of 7, and I'm the baby out there at 7. And I can say that I grew up well. We didn't grow up wanting anything, but the day came in my life that my mind wanted to take over and do things that I felt that I was big enough, bad enough to do. And from head start, I was fighting, doing mischievous things. I was mischievous in the neighborhood. Nobody wanted me at their houses.
Right.
When I got a little older, hit the streets. Nobody wanted me at their daughter's house because they said I wouldn't hit no nothing, and they won't lie. But anyway, one thing led to another, and then I found myself, deep in the streets and doing a lot of things, from the hustling, from the gang banging, not in no gangs, because I never believed in that. What I'm talking about with them pistols, letting them work, you know what I'm saying? Things I found myself caught up in. And not only just here, but anywhere I went, trouble seemed to follow. And like I said, I've done a lot of bad things. But God, for some reason, don't know why, he chose to have mercy on me and spared my life, because I should have been gone a long time ago. In fact, teachers used to say, I'll be dead before 18, in prison before 21. Thank God neither one of them happened. But trust me, I throwed a whole bunch of bricks at that prison. They just didn't put their hands on me. Then, I used to run from the police. I had this 5.0 Mustang.
Yeah.
I mean, I used to come to town and cut donuts under the light, tell the police, hey, man, I'm leaving my girlfriend's house. I'm going to Mount Olive. If you don't catch me before I get to a certain point, don't you come to Mount Olive. And, and do foolish things like that, man. And it was always one thing after another, and then just found myself, at one time, I just felt like I was trapped. I felt like I couldn't complete anything, you know what I mean? Because of the way I was living. And then some way, somehow, man, I guess when God began to work on my heart and deal with my heart, that's when I began to understand real living. Because at that time, I thought it was fun. Age of 17, I got 150,000 cash, key and a half cocaine. You couldn't tell me nothing, right? And so, wilding out, thought I had friends. I had to learn a long time ago, they ain't your friends. They was only friendly for what you could give them, how you could provide. But then when the rock bottom came, when I turned around, wasn't nobody there but me.
Right.
But so then you had to figure it out, you know what I mean? So now I'm at a point now, I'm good being alone. I'm good to stay home with my wife, a woman that believed in me when I didn't believe in myself, a woman who put up with me when I didn't want to put up myself. So those type of things help to shape me, and those that prayed for me that I didn't even know was praying for me, to get to this point, because trust me, I didn't deserve none of it on my own, because I wasn't trying to do right. It just right seemed to caught up with me. And now that I understand it a little bit better, I'm trying to stay in the path of doing righteous things.
It's a blessing, man.
It's a blessing. Man, when you talk about the Hideaway and those things like that back in the day, because we were right around the same age, man, and I remember, You know what I'm saying? I used to hear Fletcher Collins, you know what I'm saying? And likewise, he would hear Petey
That's
Pile,
right.
Petey
That's
Pile.
right.
And how we met was at the Hideaway. You know what I'm saying? And people thought it would be a lot of chaos between us because he was young, I was young. But when we met, we hit it off because both of us was at the same things at the time. We was at money and we was at women. You know what I'm saying? So to see Fletcher come to this full circle right here, you know what I'm saying? And both of us, so I heard the same thing. You'll be in jail or dead. Unfortunately, you know what I'm saying, I did go to jail, you know, but for me to come back home and see this man doing the things that he's doing, man, it's a blessing, you know. So I tell him, as I tell anybody, man, I'm proud of you. I'm proud of the things that you're doing in the community. I'm proud of the things that you do with the kids. I'm proud of the things that you're doing just in general with your caskets that you're making. And I seen on social media a while back that you built a casket for Kobe Bryant and you did something for what's the guy name?
DMX.
DMX.
Frank Lucas, the American Gangster.
Yeah, give us some more on that right there, man.
The thing with Frank, man, is cool and crazy at the same time. I got a chance to speak to Frank Lucas twice. Yo, dude talk cocky just like his movie. Yeah. He's a cocky talking dude.
Right.
And me being Fletcher, I talk cocky right back to him. Yeah. And so, you know, then the dude told me his favorite cars was Cadillac and Lincolns. And I said, well, you know what? Say no more. I know what to do. He said, so if I happen to pass away, which I ain't going nowhere no time soon, but I like to have something like that. Right. You reckon you can handle that? I say, hey, I got you. And so, but I said, sir, I hope you don't die no time soon. I hope you live a long time. Right. Those other people didn't feel that way. So I was at the beach during my marriage anniversary, when I got the phone call. His son called me, Frank Jr., and said, I heard about you. I'd like for you to do this special piece for my father. I said, all right. So I decided, they gave me freelance to make him a convertible, slide back, peanut butter top, peanut butter interior, Cadillac CTS, Frank Lucas edition. Wow. And that's what I built. And took me about 4 days to build it completed. And I drove it to Newark, New Jersey. Yeah. We did the funeral. I was able to do the prayer comfort for the family. Jamal Bryant did the eulogy. And but the thing is, man, and then when I post the pictures and all on Facebook, on social media, you know, people said a lot of ill things about me, saying I'm praising this man. Look how old this man is. I don't know nothing about this man. TV just like you, right. You know. But, you know, here's what I will say. You know, him, as well as with Kobe and the others I was able to do, I sat down one day and I thought to myself, out of all the people in this world, and believe it or not, it's a lot of people in this world, I was chose to put my hand on these people final piece that they would rest in the rest of their life. Yo, I may not never be a celebrity as Michael Jordan or any of them, but as far as I'm concerned, in my mind, I feel like I'm one because of things that God blessed me and the given talent he gave me to be able to do. You imagine, you know, Frank Lucas, maybe people don't glorify him, but in my opinion, I gotta say this. People talk about him because of drugs, but my kickback to that is this. If you don't like him, you shouldn't like your country, called America, because they the one who created the drugs in the beginning. So right. Gotta say that. So when you talk about drugs, it make me angry because they created this to destroy us in the beginning. But then people has talked about those that, you know, through ignorance went over there and tread that path. But nevertheless, but then when I think about Kobe Bryant, and I was able to do that, and how that came about, the connection through Frank Lucas, his bodyguard, which is Lamar Burno, and his friend from Philly was connected to Kobe Bryant's father. They was best friends, and they used to play ball together. And so when Kobe first got signed up, he gave him his warm-up jersey. And he was the one who got me the job to do for Kobe. Kobe's father, best friend. So I was able to do the job on Kobe's father's side. But I was asked, do not tell anybody this. Go ahead and build a piece, get it to LA. If the news people come, do not disclose that. So a lot of them got upset because I didn't, but I had to honor what was said to me and give me the privilege. So later, when they gave me the permission, then I told where it came from. But I couldn't do it at the time. And so, and I can say, man, that experience with Kobe is the best that I've ever had. When I say LA rolled out the red carpet, they rolled out the red carpet. I ate at Shack restaurant every day. And so there you had to have your name on the list. We never had to have our name on the list. When they saw us, they told the other people who was on the list, no, y'all got to wait. They coming in. And so the people like, well, who is that? They ain't nobody special. So one of the chefs in there say, they is special. Do you know who that is?
Right.
Yo, he is the one who did the Kobe Memorial. And he drove it over 2,000 some odd miles to bring it out here to represent. He is somebody. So, you know, that right there, man, I keep hearing echo in my ear. And it makes me, and I get goosebumps when I think about it. It may not been much to some, but that meant a whole lot to me. Had this guy to come on, I went to, after leaving from there, I went to Louisiana. We was invited there at Heavenly Gates Funeral Home. They did a news coverage there. Man, I did like over 150 interviews. So went to Heavenly Gates, and so they did an interview there. And this dude from Memphis, Tennessee, come on there under the comments and said a lot of low things. And I'm saying to myself, yo, brother, a brother to a brother, you don't know me, I don't know you. But in the same sentence, you want to talk about your hopes for your child, your son. And we wonder why we go through some things. Sometimes putting your mouth on things, you might escape it, but they might be the one who catch it. So why down somebody for something that they're able to do to be a blessing to others? Because death is the most serious things that we'll go through in life. And I thank God he gave me a heart and a compassionate. It's knowing that I cannot take away the pain from families, but he gave me the ability to put a smile on their heart through my talent. And that's what I try to do to be a part of that healing process. So for people to say something negative, that's not the time to do that. But you know what? I don't let that stop me. I keep on pounding and I keep on going because I don't know who's the next family that I might be there to help in that healing process.
You know what's crazy, man? Like I'm sitting here listening to you. You're being able to let God use you, right? As a vessel. And I'm sitting here beside my best friend and you, and y'all sold kilos of cocaine. So when I think about that, I think back to the Noahs. I think back to the woman at the well and all that good stuff. You don't never know who God gonna use.
No.
It's one of them things like everybody counted all three of us out long time ago.
Yes.
Look what God doing. Your business. What's the name of your business?
Glorious Custom Designs.
Kobe Bryant, everybody else, Frank Lucas, everybody else you've done a home going for. I didn't know about you when I did my mom. It's been 2 weeks
That's all right.
at this point, but I do remember. I had the opportunity to hear about Fletcher when I was a little boy, because y'all a little bit older than me. I had the pleasure of going to your first sermon. That was at Chapman Middle School. Shout out to Chapman. That was at Chapman Middle School. That was mid-90s. To go from that to right before that to now, that's a complete turnaround.
Yes.
What we dealing with now, like, you wanted money coming up. Petey wanted money coming up. Y'all wanted a lot of money. I had a little money. They spinning blocks now. They want to do that. Right now, if you had a message for these little jits, these young men, I ain't gonna call them little jits, these young men coming up, knowing that y'all were both millionaires before I knew what a millionaire was. If y'all got a message for any of them right now, in the state of where we at, what would y'all tell him?
I'm gonna say this. One, I ain't a millionaire. I've had money, but I ain't make it to that level.
Okay.
Maybe in worth, but I didn't get that far. And I'm glad I didn't. But I gotta say this to them. You ain't got forever to get it right. Life is precious and as great as you make it. Same sense in having a business. A business is only as strong as its customers. You can have the greatest ideas, so you think. But if you don't got no customers, you have nothing. So me learning about life now, and when I look back over my life and I realize a lot of things isn't even worth it. So I challenge the young folks to think about this right here. If you having an altercation, right? And you got another situation here. God forbid you got to go to the hospital to see about a loved one. Take that situation, sit it on the shelf, let it sit there, leave it there, go over there and handle what you need to handle that's more important. And I promise when you go over there and handle that, whenever it come back to you, you'll realize it really ain't worth it. You don't have to go to prison to prove that you're a man. You don't have to go near to the graveyard to prove that you're a man. But the better man, he'll run away just as well as he'll walk away to live, to be able to explain it another day. That don't make you a coward. I can tell you that death came to me many, many times. Almost haps to prison, life in prison. I was there. It's just mercy they allowed me to walk out the courtroom. I had buddies in the pen waiting on me to get off that bus that I never got off. So I'm going to say to you young fellas, man, live your life, because when it's gone, it ain't no time machine and 6 months later somebody can go talk to you and you wake up and come back. When it's gone, it's gone. If you look around, I know you got some homies that's no longer here to prove what. And most of the time that I've saw, that the things that many of you have died from could have been avoided and it wasn't even worth it. And most of the time it's dealing with somebody you already knew and somebody you grew up with. It ain't worth it.
Right, right. And I'll say, because he asked both of us, I'll say that if you can take the time out to put all your time into selling drugs, you can run a business.
Oh, yes.
You know what I'm saying? You can run a business. You just got to pick and choose the business that you want to run and put your time and effort in that. You know what I'm saying? Take your money, go pick up a trade. If you pick up a trade right now, regardless of what, people still need plumbers, right?
That's right.
People still need welders.
Yep.
People still need people to do HVAC.
Yep.
All those different things, that's just a few of them. People need bus drivers.
Yep.
You know what I'm saying? All of those things right there, you can go get. You know what I'm saying? You can go get your CDLs. And all of those things right there, you can make 6 figures or better.
Yep.
I don't know too many people in the street making 6 figures right now. You know what
That
I'm saying?
part.
All you doing is throwing bricks at the penitentiary. You throwing them bricks at the penitentiary. Now your mama, your daddy, if you got a daddy at home, but your mama gonna be heartbroken.
Yep.
She gonna want to come see you. They're gonna put you way in the mountains somewhere.
Right.
She probably can't make it. Then it's already financial stress at home. You know what I'm saying? She got to send you some money. Now the pressure on your mama to send you the money, cause your homeboy's gonna be gone. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Everybody that you ran the streets with, they gonna be gone. And this ain't no knock on the ladies. You know what I'm saying? Most of the time you get that time like that, that lady ain't gonna wait on you, man.
Nah.
It's gonna be another joker sitting there knocking on the door,
That's right.
texting, calling. You know what I'm saying? Trying to take your spot. So that being said, he said it. It ain't no rewind button on life. You know what I'm saying?
right.
You might get a second chance, but you can't press that rewind button.
Nah.
So I say this. Evaluate your situation. See what's did to you. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
Look at your mama in her eyes.
Right.
Because your mama getting older. And one thing about it too, people gonna be leaving here. You know what I'm saying? The people that was throwing you a couple of dollars if you're in the penitentiary,
Right.
man, hardship might come on them or they might die. You
Right.
know what I'm saying? So let's find a better way. You know what I'm saying? It's a better way if you put your mind to it. And I know Big Show right here, he'll sit and take the time out with some of you young guys.
Oh, yes.
I know Javon will, got a heart of gold. And if you see me, I'll take the time out with you young guys and we'll talk to you and try to give a plan. That's our plan. That's why we got together today. You know what I'm saying? To show the positive side to show what Big Show got going on. Y'all know at the 74 East, you know what I'm saying? That's what we doing for this area and worldwide. You know what I'm saying? Those that see us right here worldwide, that's what we represent. You know what I'm saying? 74 East. It ain't just for 74 East from Charlotte back. You know what I'm saying? We representing everywhere. You know what I'm saying? That's what we trying to do. So with that being said, you know, we gonna let Big Show tell you about his event that he got going on, man. You know what I'm saying? Because he gonna bring a lot of people from different places here. And you know that trail ride and you know bonfire thing, all this stuff is good. But he gonna give you a historical breakdown. Told me about it, man, and I'd never looked at it from that point of view. You see people dancing and they marking up the streets and the dirt. You see a bunch of dirt, but he can really tell you this thing from a real cowboy's perspective and trail ride's perspective. You can tell him better than me, Big Show.
All right. Hey, but before I do that, I want to say this one thing, commend you on something right quick and say this. You know, when I look back right fast, back in the day from Sand Hill days, you know, sometimes some of the different one of us, we had the foolishness going on, this fighting and carrying on. But to sit here tonight, you know what I'm saying? Like the other day I walked in the restaurant, my old probation officer in there. When I used to cuss at this man, cuss up, man, I ain't want to do this, I ain't do this, that, and the third. And how we used to do mean mug, different ones and stuff like that. But now that we are grown, we can sit here tonight and talk about our past. We're here to talk about a better future because of our past. Right? And to understand, even with that probation officer, and it came to me, if I was doing what I was supposed to do, my name would have never been on that book that he had to come to my house to see me. So I actually put myself in his way. He didn't put himself in mine. But, you know, I grew up and intelligent enough to understand that. So when I look back and say, you know what? I can see my own growth. So nobody ever pat me on my back. I got enough, as David said in the Bible, you can encourage yourself. So now to the Hideaway, right? What this event is all about. We know there's a lot of trail rides out there. We know there's a lot of line dancing going on now, which is a great thing. Trust me, love to see them do it. But one thing we can never forget, and that's the history of what we do. There's always reason and purpose. If it ain't, you should have a reason and purpose in anything that you do. Why do I do this? What make a wheel turn? You need to know that. So this year we got trail riders that have been doing it for 20, 30 years that's going to be out here, and they're going to be educating us, letting us know how trail ride even came about. What was the whole reason and purpose behind it? Then also they're going to educate on us, where did the term cowboy come from? Who was that original name given to? A lot of people don't even know. We put on cowboy hats, put on the boots, and dress the part, but don't even know why you even put that cowboy hat on and what it represents. So we're going to have that educational part going on out here. Also, we're going to have, you know, our older trail riders going to be out here doing the swing dancing. That's where a man and a woman out there on the floor doing their thing. And what I love about it is when that dude take that woman, and when they doing they stepping and he spin her like Cinderella or something, and when she out there spinning, that amazing footwork that he's doing, and when she come back home and bring it back and they stepping together, whoa, man, it make me feel good even right now. So that's what we got that going on.
Then, you know Fletcher was a dancer.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. It ain't never been a dance floor that I didn't take control of. Yes. So let that be known. And so then Saturday morning, you know, Sister Show, my rib, she gonna be having things going on with all our small children. You know, with the cowboy hats on, the little earrings, all that. You know, they're gonna have their own set that they're doing. Hay rides we got going on all throughout the perimeter, along with the horses and all that. Then also we got Murdoch the Blues Man. We got Double Shots, the Hype Man. They're gonna be performing. They got line dancing teams that's gonna be performing for them. Saturday we got a live show right here at our town, where yours truly is the Sheriff Buster Cap. So now if you don't want a cap bust in you, you come here, you act like somebody with some sense. We do got a jailhouse down there, and the bars is in place, and you ain't going nowhere till we let you out. So anyway, we got live shows going on. We're going to have Lone Ranger, Tonto here, the real Lone Ranger, Tonto, to show you where they came from. You know, we had somebody rob our bank on last year, stole all our loot. We're going to get them this year. We're gonna get them. And so we got that going on. We got a stage over there where they're going to perform over there as well as perform over here in the town. So we got so much entertainment for you to it's unreal. So a lot of stuff we don't have posted because it's gonna be a surprise. And guess what, y'all? You got 4 days of action.
There you go.
$20 a day.
What's the date?
October 16th through the 19th. If you don't come here, it's your fault. Ain't no you crying about it, looking at the pictures and the videos. That's your fault if you don't show up. Because I'm telling you, if you looking for a place of peace and fun and entertainment, 361 Lewis Drive, Elizabethtown, North Carolina, that's where you need to be.
Yeah, 74 East, we're gonna be in the building, man.
We definitely
gonna bring
be in
the
the
cameras out. I might put on. I never been to a trail ride. I never been to none of this stuff, and I'm gonna put on my boots that night. So make sure y'all come on out, man. At least one of them days. It's gonna be 4 days.
That's right.
So make sure y'all come on out, support Big Show, and come on out and do your thing, man. You know?
I got a question for y'all. What y'all think about the town?
Man,
Love
this something I ain't never seen nothing like this.
Love
Big
it.
Show. Hey, the town. This look like something that the real Lone Ranger and Tonto and them would have came in a movie set. You know,
Yes, sir.
we love
Yes,
it. We might have to shoot something here, man.
That's
We might
right.
have
Got to.
Yeah, we got to shoot something here for our cast, man. You know, we gonna get some footage of it, walk through it or whatever. I got to go in there. I didn't go in there, but that's beautiful, man. The man he has a very creative eye, man. Can build anything, work on anything. So y'all come through and give him some business too, man. Don't just look at it. Come through and support. That's what we do. We support each other. Each one teach one. That's what we're gonna do.
Hey, I want to say this here to y'all right fast. Now, I know I'm the preacher, but I tell the truth.
There you go.
Now, make sure you treating your woman right. 'Cause right down on that end, we got a hotel down there.
Oh wow.
And Jody hangs around at that hotel. So you don't treat her right and you mess around and bring her out here, Jody might have your cowgirl and gone.
Right.
So Jody gonna be here now.
Yeah, it's the
And
wild,
you,
wild
and
west.
you know you got them female Jodys too. So now,
Right.
man, if you ain't doing right, hey, I'm just saying, I'm just letting you know. I'm just saying. So
Yeah.
so Jody's here.
Yeah.
Jody.
Y'all Google the property because we got a little shot of it, but it's 100 acres out here. This just the front face of the town. It's 100 acres out here that Pastor Collins do his thing out here for us. That's a blessing, man. Fletcher, so check this out. What year did you graduate?
1991. Good year. That's a good year. That's a good year.
So from
That I
1991
graduated.
from 1991, so we can go back Scotty Logan, we can go back Mayo Bolton, we can go back, Petey Powell, a little bit before Petey Powell, but if y'all ever heard of Elizabethtown, North Carolina, Bladen County, North Carolina, you definitely heard of Fletcher Collins. The beauty of it and the beauty of 74 East is we were there. Now we here. That transitional, beautiful thing is what we all about. Down here in the country, y'all hear crickets in the background.
That's right.
Right.
You can't buy this kind of peace from nowhere. Fletcher, man, look. I remember going to your first sermon. What was the transition from being in the street, because you was heavy in the street, from being in the street to giving your life to God?
Well, my son, I got to say this, and like I said, I can't lie. When I was messing around with my wife, and when she said she was pregnant, first thing I holler, ain't mine. My son was born when his eyes came open. When I came in that hospital room, and when I saw him and I picked him up, I ain't been out of his life a day since that day. I took on my responsibility, and I just celebrated 31 years of marriage. Fletcher Collins, 31 years, okay? I ain't say everything been peaches and ice cream, but all of it been worth fighting for.
There you go.
But my son, when I saw him, I purpose in my mind that I didn't want him to live this life. So he was the reason and the breaking point for me to say, hey, I don't want this no more. I'm done. And outside of him, as I stated to Petey earlier, I looked at it and it came just to realize 1, 2, 3. There's no way I want to see my mama, my sister, my daughter, my nieces acting out of their norm to do anything and disrespect their body for this little piece of thing that we call crack. So that right there, my son, was enough for me to say, I'm done. And at the time, I had quite a bit of crack. I flushed it all. I didn't give it away. I flushed it all down the commode and say, what I made, I made. What I ain't got, I ain't got. You know what I mean? And I let it go. And I walked away, turned my back on the streets. I ain't have nan withdrawal. I've had opportunities on top of opportunities to go back. And people, if they would tell the truth, they would tell you, listen, we've tried. And he wouldn't accept. So I don't care about that. I don't even talk about that. You know, if I don't never have nothing, one thing I do have, I got peace. Oh, yeah. And that peace right there that I got is why I do the things that I do. And because I'm always in a position trying to save somebody else's life, whether anybody believe that, think that, feel that, because it ain't even about that. That's up to you. But I know, knowing where he brought me from, and I know that God did a surgery on my heart, which he's the only one can change a heart anyway. Oh, wow. So, but those things right there is what led me to where I am. I've had struggles, you know, and if it's fitting, I like to share just a couple things.
Go ahead.
Yeah. And after getting saved and giving my life to the Lord, and I'm going to tell you how it happened and how real it is. And that's why I don't mind challenging whatever. It don't matter. I was at home at my parents' house where I reside now, which I got all that now. And so it's 12 o'clock at night. I go outside in the edge of the woods, and my mom said something to me. I go out the edge of the woods, and I'm talking. And I can hear Satan just like y'all sitting here saying, Fletcher, you know, you like that money, and you like them girls. I got this girl you've been wanting a long time. I'm not telling you don't get saved. Don't do it now. And I give you this. But I had enough of me and said, nah, everything you ever offered, it ain't never come out that way. Right. Nah, I felt it was a trap. Right. And it's like the Lord, I didn't see him, but it's like he was like, okay, you got to make this decision. Mm-hmm. And both of them backed away from me. So I went to talking, and I said, and thought about things that I was raised. And this is what I said. I said, God, if you real, like my mama, my grandma them say you real, Lord, please show me a sign that I might believe. Yo, it's a dogwood tree right there in front of me. That tree bowed down all the way to the right. It bowed all the way to the left. It bowed forward and bowed back and then stood back in its place. There's no dream. I'm looking at it. And a leaf on that tree did not move. No wind blew, no nothing. Right then, I knew that he was real because I called him by his name. I said, Lord. And from that point, I went to asking him to forgive me, things that I know that I done wrong. So that night, man, I slept like I've never had that sleep again in my life. But the next morning when I got up, I didn't feel the same way. So I'm like, I know what happened last night, but I don't feel it. So my daughter was born. So I'm going to go to my wife's house, to her mom's house to see my daughter. When I got past Mount Zion Church, once I passed and got by them Clemens, I would bind up. When I go on a little bit further, I would get free. So I'm like, When I come back past, after I left and they did it again, I'm like, yo, something ain't right. So I turned around. Let me check this. That's twice. I come back past the church, got by the Clemens, I bound up. When I get past, I get free. I come home, I said, Mom, what's this? She say, seek God. She would never tell me nothing easy. So I go pray, nothing happened then. Next day, nothing happened. A few days later, go to sleep. Go into this dream. In a dream, God took me in a vision. Took me to the Clemens porch where I usually out there sell crack. I was out there one night, half lit. Yo, I was disrespectful, the whole 9 yards. Lady sitting across the street on her porch. I was cussing and reason saying so bad, the woman got up, shook her head, and went in her house. I'm seeing this in a vision. So I got up, That next morning, I said, well, I know what I got to do. I go. Knock on the door. She said, come in, baby. I've been waiting on you a long time. So I say, so she started saying, reason you here? Because she said, you know what? You tell me why you here. I told her about the vision. The woman started crying. And I asked her, will you please forgive me? She said, baby, yes, I forgive. She hugged me. From that right there, she was in a backslidden state at that point. She went back and reclaimed her life back to Christ. So what I'm saying and what I just said was this. God did things twofold. He saved me, and to prove that he did it, sent me here when I was drunk, showed me what he done, and then turn around through that right there, re-saved this woman all over again. So that's how I know he's real. And so after that, man, going through life early period after I'm saved. So, around in the country, we used to hunt. I always had a gun with me. So I used to carry a rifle in my truck. So I worked for this guy down in Wilmington selling detail supplies. So I wanted to drive this old Ford truck I had. He wouldn't let me. So we kept going back and forth. Kid, take the company truck. So finally I said, man, forget it. I'll take it. Got in the company truck, went on. Went over there near Mount Olive. He said this guy had a big bill. He said, listen, Collins, if he give you any money, give him whatever he want. If he don't give you no money, don't leave no supplies. So dude telling me what he want, I sat it right there beside the truck. So I said, yo, listen. He had like 5 or 6 black dudes working for him. I said, listen, I ain't trying to be funny, but Ed say if you don't give me no money, I can't leave you nothing. But if you give me anything, give you whatever you want. Yo, that dude came, put his hand in my face, started cussing me. Dudes got in the circle. Dude spit in my face.
Wow.
Yo, listen. I stood there, felt my body. Casually. Bent down, picked up supplies, put them back on the truck. Got in the truck. They cleared out the way I drove off. I got to the stop sign. My leg was shaking so I couldn't even drive. Sat there and I cried. And I cried. I said, God, why you wouldn't let me? And I thought about it. What if I drove that truck? If I'd have drove that truck, so help me Jesus Christ, I'd have killed everything that was on that property. I ain't care he had nothing to do. You was with him. But he was making me. Left from that situation and within a week later, he sent me on some journey to try to get some new customers. So I'm driving this car my dad just painted for me. White guy in front of me throw rocks all over my car because he passed because they working on the road. He don't want to be patient. He gets out of his car. Now I tried to take the shotgun this morning. My wife fussed at me, made me leave. I leave the shotgun. Get in the car, this happened. He gets out of his car, come to my car, pull a gun on me to my face, say, what you gonna do about it, nigga? He peel off. Pull up through the light. I could not pull it to the side, shaking. And I seen flash before me. What if she'd have let me took that shotgun? Yeah. But what God was doing, you see, David said something in Psalms 23. David said, he restoreth my soul. He said, he leadeth me in the paths of righteousness for his name's sake. Not that I was doing right, but God knew what it takes to get your heart right.
Yeah.
So things that he knew I wouldn't take was the things that I had to learn how to endure. So it worked on my patience, it worked on my understanding, it worked on my long suffering, it worked on my peace and all these things. So what I'm saying is, that's what I appreciate who I am today. And though people don't understand me, it's okay. Yes, I'm a grown man, but I'll walk away and I'll go in the woods and I'll cry because they don't know what I'm crying for. I'm crying because God, you saved them as well as you saved me. And I thank you that you gave me the ability now and learned that much about you to walk off and let it go because I don't have to play hero. I know what I'm capable of, even though they don't. But I thank God that I'm capable now, having mercy for them as well as I have for myself. So that's what he bought me from, and through that right there, man, and that's a whole lot more I can tell y'all that I've been through since I've been on this side. And I thought I had problems on that, man, brother. When you walking on the side of faith, you have no clue the things that you sometimes will endure.
Wow, that's a beautiful, beautiful story. You know, um, man, I don't really know what to say after that one, but hey, it's a good thing that you didn't kill them people.
Yeah, yeah.
It's a good thing that you ain't
Would
killed
be
them
no
people.
night with it.
Nah, it wouldn't be no night tonight. You know what I'm saying? And I understand, you know, where you coming from with that because God gonna work on your heart, man.
Oh,
And
yes.
then why he working on your heart? He say that he will test you. You know what I'm saying? He'll test you with something of health, wealth,
All that.
all of it. You know what
Yeah.
I'm saying? Death. So when God working on you, he really works on you. He gonna try. He know what it
Right.
take to purify
Yeah.
your heart. You
Exactly.
know what I'm saying? Men don't know, man. With that being said, I want to ask you a question. You know what I'm saying? You kind of summarized it, but what would a Fletcher at this age tell a Fletcher 30 years ago? You know what I'm saying? I asked that question because for our youth that listen to us, I want you to tell them something that you would do different. So they looking at us, which I know some of y'all looking at us, to try to navigate some of the things. They can look into the lenses and navigate things in life that may come their way, the pitfalls that may come their way.
I think I can make that simple. Inconsiderate. Don't be inconsiderate. What do you mean? Tell you a quick story. There was this dude that was about his money, and he was getting money. And so his wife told him, stop doing this and living his life. His parents told him, stop living his life. He chopped everybody's ear. I don't want to hear this. And so he lived his life getting money, getting money. So one day he had a son. So now his son got big enough, he about 4 years old. Then on his 6th birthday, he wanted to be around dad more. So dad said on this particular day, you know what? I'm gonna let that life go. I don't do it no more. But he did a lot of things in that life. So he put his son in the car with him one day and they chilling. He pull up to the light, look over there to the left. Dude looked again, hunched the driver. Ain't that dude that put that gun in your face back in the day? Ain't that him? Yeah, that's that fool. Now, so what they did was they went up the block, speeded off, got to the point, cut off. When the car was coming, they didn't see the kid in the car, but they sprayed the car. Bullets hit the child. Child lost his life. Daddy got out with a glaze. He's sitting at the funeral, crying and crying and crying. Nobody could calm him down. And finally, when the day came, they asked him, are you okay? No, I ain't okay. Said, well, what's on your mind? What's going on? Said, man, if I could just turn back the hands of time, I'd have never lived the life that I lived because I had no idea my son was innocent and he didn't deserve what he got. And because of choices that I made and decisions I made, it caused my son to lose his life. And out of all the money I made and all the money I got, I don't even feel worthy of it. It feels nothing to me because I got the money, but my intentions was to invest in my son that I no longer have. So I would say to them, don't be inconsiderate.
Wow, that's deep, man. That's deep. So, I mean, I can't give it to you. He can't give it to you no plainer than that. Don't be inconsiderate. Always be thoughtful of your next citizen, your next human being, because inconsideration can have you in places that you don't want to be. Inconsideration. That's deep right there.
Fletcher, if the people want to get in contact with you to use your facility, it's 100 acres out here. If they want to get in contact with you to get you to come speak to the youth, speak to whoever, how can they get in contact with you?
910-872-3451. 910-872-3451. Next number, can't get me on that one, 910-391-6009. 910-391-6009. You can call me anytime in the middle of the night. This is what I was called to do. I was called to serve.
Give them the address here too.
And the address here at the Hideaway is 361 Lewis Drive, Elizabethtown, North Carolina. 361 Lewis Drive, Elizabethtown, North Carolina.
Yeah, we want that address, that drop on the Addy, because we're going to pack this place up, man. In October, we're going to pack it up. We're going to have a good time. I'm going to come to my first trail ride and all that good stuff, man.
It's my birthday.
Yeah.
Okay.
It's my birthday. I'm here.
Well,
I'm
you
here.
VIP.
Yeah.
You VIP. I'm going to make sure my staff hold you down.
Right.
Now, what I ain't going to be responsible for, if you go on the other side of that door.
Hey, man, it's been a joyous occasion. You know, we can stay out here all night.
Oh,
man,
yeah.
You know what I'm saying? But we're going to get some more footage. It was a pleasure having you here tonight, man. You know what I'm saying?
Yes.
We thank you for your time. We thank you for your consideration. Like you said, be considerate. You know what I'm saying? Don't be inconsiderate. This man was very considerate of us. He brought us here, showed us a good time, man, and it was nothing but a pleasure to be here on the facility, man. We gonna get some pictures and stuff, you know what I'm saying, and so the people can see them before we put this out. But the big show, it's a legend right here, man. A legend,
Super legend.
throughout
Yeah.
the southeastern North Carolina. You know what I'm saying? If you was running in the 90s, you know what I'm saying, you already know. Early 90s, you know what I'm saying, mid 90s, late 80s. The man right here, Fletcher Collins, Big Show, a legend. You know, I'll be the first to tell you that. You know, in 74 East, you know, this is what we do. We're going to bring people on. We're going to tell you about their life. They're going to tell you about their life. And that's what we're trying to do. We're trying to bring the community together, each one teach one. You know, y'all go get that 74 East merch, too. We've been selling some shirts. I got the hoodies
Oh, them
coming.
hot. I like them.
Yeah, we got the hoodies coming, too. So, thank y'all for tuning in with us. Y'all guys got something else y'all want to say, Fletcher?
Man.
We'll let you leave them with something, bro.
Man, listen, like I say, yo, it's a joy now to be in this place now. It ain't about finances. It ain't about the material things. It's about having a peace of mind and a great state of mind. So the state of the mind that I'm in now, and to have great people like this and to put this out to the world, because I believe there's a lot of young people, middle-aged and old people, because it ain't just the youth. We got some older folks in trouble too, and don't have the ability to think about tomorrow because they're still living in yesterday and not regarding it today. So I say, you know, I'm grateful to be where I am, doing what I'm doing, and I hope something that I said would touch and inspire, bring hope, recreate hope, and that you would know that regardless of where you've been, what you're going through, what have took place, you still can make it. Because just the way the Lord loved me, he loved you too. I ain't always been in this seat, but I thank God for being in this seat tonight.
74 East.
Yeah. Peace.